Here, it is a straightforward question. F of x is equal to determine the equation of the tangent at the point of intersection. So the point is given. So it is, f prime of x, the first step is to find the f derivative. So it is 3x squared minus 12x plus 9 is my derivative, and I find at 2 at x is equal to 2. That is f prime of 2. I substitute 3 times 2 squared minus 12 times 2 plus 9. So at x is equal to 2, this is the, I get here, so which is equal to negative 3. So this is a gradient of the tangent. Now, what is the gradient of a tangent? Y is equal to mx plus c is the equation of a tangent, and I get y is equal to negative 3x plus c. This is the equation of a tangent, and it passes through the point, or I simply put here 2 and negative 2. Therefore, I replace x with 2 and y with negative 2. So it's negative 2 is equal to negative 3 times 2 plus c. And I solve for c, and I get c is equal to positive 4. Therefore, my equation of the tangent is y is equal to negative 3x plus 4. So this is how I find the equation of a tangent to a curve at a point. Next question here. The straight line g of x is a tangent to a curve at a point x is equal to 5. Calculate f phi minus f prime of phi. So here we have to understand is that f prime of phi, right, this is the derivative. This is derivative at x is equal to 5. The derivative is equal to the gradient of the tangent, which is equal to negative 8. So f prime of 5 is negative 8. Some graph, I don't know what the graph is, some graph, and there is a point phi, and there is a point phi here, somewhere here, and there is some point here phi. We know only x coordinate phi, and it is a tangent here, and the equation of the tangent is given by minus 8x plus 3. That's what we know. Now this point, the point of intersection, is common to both g and f. This is my g, is a tangent, and this g and f have a common point here, phi. I know phi, so I have to find the y coordinate of this common point. How do I find a common point? That is, g of phi will be same as f of phi, so common point. Therefore, what I'll do here is minus 8 times phi plus 3. So I get negative 37. Now the question here is f of phi minus f prime of phi. That is a question to evaluate. That's a question. That is f of phi, I get as negative 37 minus of minus 8. So here, the question here is to find, the question was to find f of phi minus f prime of negative phi. So f of prime, I got it here, negative 37. F prime of phi, I got negative 8. So I just have to substitute and find its value. And I get the answer as negative 29. So that's how I find the value. So this is understanding the common point. Here, the question here is calculate the values of a and b. Some function. So we know this is a quadratic function, and as a tangent at x is equal to negative 1, and the equation of the tangent is given y is equal to negative 7x plus 3. The question is to find the values of a and b, or in other words, to find the function. So here what I do here is, I know the function is given to be f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus 5. So at we do not know what is the and the common coordinates. We know all the common coordinates as the x coordinate, which is equal to -1. And we know the equation of the tangent. We know the equation of tangent is given by y is equal to -7x plus 3. This is what we know. Now we know that the tangent, the point of intersection, the tangent and the graph will have a common point. So what I'll do now here is I'll substitute here at x is equal to -1, and so y is equal to 7 times -1 plus 3, which will give me 10. So here the common point here is -110. That means if I substitute -1 in the original function, I will get 10. Therefore, I substitute -1 here. That is 10 is equal to a times -1 squared plus b times -1 plus 5. Now I can simplify this. So it is a minus b plus 5 minus 10 is equal to 0, or a minus b minus 5 is equal to 0. So I get this one equation, first equation in a and b. Now I have to find the second equation. To find the second equation, what I'll do here is I'll derive it. F prime of x is equal to 2ax, very careful, ax squared is 2ax plus b. Okay, this is my first derivative. So at x is equal to -1, at x is equal to -1, so will be equal to the gradient. So 2 times -1 plus b will be the gradient of the tangent, which is equal to -7. So I get my second equation is -2a plus b is equal to -7. This is my equation number 2. So I got two equations and I solved simultaneous equations. So now I am applying my algebra here. I got equation number 1 and equation number 2. I can make any one as the subject of the formula. So from 1, I am making the subject of the formula here. So from 1, I make a the subject of the formula. Therefore, a is equal to b plus 5. And I put here and I put it in 2. I put it in 2 here. That is minus 2 times b plus 5 is equal to a negative, sorry. So here, so it is a -2 plus plus b is equal to -7. So here what I get here is -2b -10 plus b is equal to -7, and I say here -b is equal to what I get here, a +3, +3. Therefore b is equal to -3. And I substitute back in the original function here, original equation number 1, and I get a is equal to -3 plus 5, which is equal to 2. Therefore, my a is equal to 2 and b is equal to -3. Or it also a good idea to rewrite the function as f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 3x plus 5. And the key point here is to find a and b. There's two unknowns, the a and b. So I had to arrive at two equations in a and b to solve for a and b.